Hey everyone, if you've seen my video about Boooal, you know you should not choose Gale to sacrifice because it ends your game. But what exactly happens? And is there a way to kill him without getting a game over? Well, if you chose to use Gale as your Boooal sacrifice, the first thing that happens is Gale will strongly advise you to reconsider.
Tread carefully now. Not even a god would survive sacrificing me.
If you ignore him and still choose to go through with it, you will need to fight him.
Not treading carefully then. Out with a bang it is.
As a side note, if you want an easier fight, unequip and take everything he has and use up all his spell slots before this point. If you end up killing him, you are greeted with this message.
Well met. I am a magical projection of Gale of Waterdeep, and if you see this manifestation, that means I have prematurely perished. However, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, it is of vital importance that my death be remedied at your earliest convenience. You may rest assured that I do not speak out of self-preservation alone. Many lives depend on my return to the living within the span of 2 days. I trust I've made myself clear. I have upon my deceased person a magical item that can accomplish my return. But such is the value and rarity that it is protected by a multi-layered security protocol. I will now explain the protocol. Step 1 is to retrieve from my person a pouch I wear over my heart. Next, you must unthread the purple seam that seals it in a counterclockwise fashion. Do not touch any other colored strand. Inside the pouch you will find a folded letter and a tiny flute. Unfold the letter and note the markings in the top and bottom corners. These are the notes you will need to play. Starting from the bottom right, play the notes in correct order, clockwise this time. Upon completion of the tune, a magma method will appear, which will pose the following question. Iskcha Chisnaga. This is Ignan for what is my name? The answer is Kasitrak Ash. Pronounce the name correctly, and the method will breathe on the letter. Stay clear, because the little scamp can melt metal. Words will now appear on the letter's surface, effectively turning the letter into a scroll of true resurrection. Use it to bring me back to life. I think ingenious is the word you're looking for. Now, repeat my instructions back to me, please.
Unfortunately, because you sacrificed him, there is no possible way to resurrect him, even with his scroll. And now you just have 2 in-game days, or 3 long rests, before Gale's corpse explodes and your game ends. Which, depending on what you did, could result in several hours of wasted gameplay, especially if you don't have a save close to this point. I just did 3 long rests back to back to show what happens. On the morning of the 3rd rest, you get this cutscene. It might be possible to avoid a game over by just never resting, but I don't have the time to actually spend several hours testing this. So if anyone has actually done this or wants to try, let me know in the comments if it's possible. Now, if you choose to kill Gale as soon as you meet him, you will get the same message as with the Boooal sacrifice, but this time you can actually bring him back. As you go through his dialogue, if you choose to repeat the steps back to him, getting anything wrong will result in another companion insulting you, and Gale saying to listen to your friend.
How quick your mind turns to mush. You unthread the purple seam.
The purple seam indeed.
And if you choose the wrong options when playing his flute or talking to the Mephit, you can just try again.
That wasn't the right note. You'll have to start anew.
So you don't need to worry about messing up and not getting his scroll. You can choose to resurrect Gale however you want, using his scroll, a normal scroll of Revivify, paying withers, or just a spell. Just make sure you do it before the time runs out. I'm not exactly sure why you would want to kill him, knowing full well you need to bring him back, but maybe he just annoyed you and you feel like killing him a couple times. Or I guess maybe you just want to loot his scroll of true resurrection. No matter what though, as a warning, I strongly advise killing Gale with ranged attacks, because he gives off a powerful necrotic aura that damages anyone nearby. This could end up killing you and your whole party before you even have a chance to resurrect him, ending your game right then and there. Once you bring him back to life, you can either just leave him or let him join you.
I hope it has been made abundantly clear that to kill me is counterproductive. I'd thank you for bringing me back to life, but your ending it in the first place has me rather in two minds about you. That said, despite my return to the land of the living, my predicament remains, and so, of course, does yours. As such, I'm feeling magnanimous enough to let bygones be bygones. A healer is what we need. Shall we?
Most excellent.
Then, without further ado, let's be off.
You will also get the same results if Gale dies in battle.
No time for mercy.
Although his messenger just holds off until the end of combat.
Well met. I am a man.
There are actually ways to kill Gale without triggering the end of your game. The earliest method I have found to safely kill him is if you have progressed into Act 2 and met a friend of Gale's along the way. It does seem you are safe to kill him and leave him dead. I tested sleeping for several nights and did not get a game over in this case. The only downside is you may not get his message and not be able to get his scroll at this point. Also, as a note, if anyone dies in your party and you don't want to resurrect them right away for whatever reason, just talk to Withers and ask him to watch over them. This will remove them from your party so you can add in other people.
As thou wishest.
But really, long story short, if you don't want Gale in your party, just leave him in the broken portal.
Let's see.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments if there is anything specific you would like to see in a future video. And please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Until next time, thanks for watching.